In the age of myth, when gods walked among mortals and monsters roamed the earth, a hero was born whose name would echo through eternity: Hercules, son of Zeus and the mortal woman Alcmene. From the moment of his birth, Hercules was marked by both greatness and tragedy. Hera, the jealous wife of Zeus, sought to destroy him, sending serpents to kill him in his cradle. Yet even as a baby, Hercules showed his divine strength, strangling the snakes with his bare hands. As he grew, so did his fame. He trained in the arts of war, music, and wisdom under the tutelage of famed mentors like Chiron. Yet his strength came with a heavy burden. One day, driven mad by a spell from Hera, Hercules committed an unspeakable crime. He killed his wife, Megara, and their children. Racked with guilt, he sought redemption. The Oracle of Delphi directed him to serve King Eurystheus and perform 12 impossible tasks, the 12 labors of Hercules. The Nemean Lion. Hercules' first task was to slay the Nemean Lion, a monstrous beast with golden fur that no weapon could pierce. He tracked the lion to its cave, where he discovered it had two entrances. Blocking one and entering through the other, Hercules wrestled the beast in the darkness. After a fierce struggle, he strangled it with his bare hands. He then skinned the lion using its own claw and wore its pelt as armor. The Lernaean Hydra. Next, Hercules faced the Hydra, a serpent with 9 heads. Cut off one, and 2 would grow back. With the help of his nephew Iolaus, Hercules cauterized each stump after decapitation, preventing regeneration. When he reached the immortal head, he crushed it and buried it beneath a massive rock. He dipped his arrows in the Hydra's poisonous blood, making them deadly weapons. The Ceryneian Hind. Hercules was tasked with capturing the golden-horned hind of Artemis. It was faster than any arrow and sacred to the goddess. After chasing it for a year across forests and mountains, Hercules caught the hind as it drank from a stream. He appeased Artemis by promising to return it the Erymanthian boar. Hercules then had to capture a monstrous boar that terrorized Mount Erymanthus. He drove the beast into thick snow and subdued it with ropes. He carried the boar alive to Eurystheus, who was so terrified he hid in a bronze jar. The Augean stables. Next came the filthiest task: cleaning the stables of King Augeas, which hadn't been cleaned in decades. Hercules struck a deal to do it in one day for a reward. He rerouted 2 rivers to wash away the filth, completing the task with cleverness. But when Augeas reneged on the deal, Hercules returned later to punish him. The Stymphalian birds. Hercules was sent to a marsh infested with man-eating birds with bronze beaks. Unable to reach them in the swamp, he used a rattle given by Athena to startle them into flight and shot them down with his arrows. The Cretan bull. He was sent to Crete to capture a powerful white bull. Hercules wrestled the beast to the ground and brought it back alive, showcasing his strength and restraint. The mares of Diomedes. Diomedes, a Thracian king, owned man-eating horses. Hercules fed Diomedes to his own mares, calming them. He then bound them and brought them to Eurystheus. The girdle of Hippolyta. Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons, agreed to give Hercules her magical girdle. But Hera spread rumors that Hercules intended to kidnap the queen. A battle ensued, and in the chaos, Hercules killed Hippolyta and took the girdle. The cattle of Geryon. Hercules traveled to the ends of the earth to steal the red cattle of the 3-bodied giant Geryon. After slaying Geryon and his guards, Hercules herded the cattle back through deserts and dangers to Eurystheus. The apples of the Hesperides. The golden apples were guarded by the Hesperides and the dragon Ladon. Hercules sought Atlas, who offered to fetch the apples if Hercules held up the sky in his place. When Atlas returned, he tried to trick Hercules into bearing the burden permanently. Hercules agreed, then tricked Atlas into taking it back and left with the apples. Cerberus and the Underworld. The final task: descend into the Underworld and bring back Cerberus, Hades' 3-headed guard dog. With permission from Hades, Hercules wrestled Cerberus without weapons and dragged him to the surface. Having completed this final, impossible labor, Hercules was free. His trials complete, Hercules found peace. But his life continued with other adventures, marriages, and battles. Eventually, he was poisoned by his wife Diana, unknowingly using a deadly tunic. In agony, Hercules built a funeral pyre and ascended in flames. Zeus granted him immortality, and Hercules took his place among the gods on Mount Olympus. From a mortal burdened by guilt to an immortal hero, Hercules' story teaches that true strength lies not in power alone, but in endurance, redemption, and wisdom earned through pain. His name lives on not just in myth, but in the spirit of every hero who dares to face the impossible.